Anyone that knew my dad knew his life verse. This week we're talking about things that my dad taught me. My dad's favorite verse was Romans 8:28. For all things work together for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. You know, that verse is more than just, some people have it on their coffee mugs or on plaques on the wall, but that verse was to Dad more than just a memory verse or more than just a verse in the Bible. He lived that verse virtually every day of his life. My dad struggled. Not struggled with his faith by any means, but he had such a heart and such a compassion for people that he hurt when people were hurting. He had just such an amazing way to feel the empathy for other people, and sometimes to a fault. Sometimes Dad spent so much time feeling bad for other people that sometimes he didn't really, frankly, take care of himself real well. But his love for other people was what drew him, and the reason for that is because whenever he suffered adversity, whether it be through ministry and family situations, as I mentioned in an earlier video, he lost two of his sons. He's lost his firstborn, and he lost his son number 5 of 6, and struggled with ministry. But he always fell back on that verse. Always fell back on the idea that, you know what, all things work together. All things, and we can rest in that. That verse has really stuck with me too. It's not my life verse necessarily, but it's a verse that reminds me of the fact that we serve a sovereign God. And because we serve a sovereign God, everything that happens has to pass through his permission, has to pass before him. I don't get that. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes God allows things in my life that I wish he wouldn't. Sometimes I have a hard time understanding God and the way he works. I love him and I love what he does for me. I'm frankly not real wild about his methods sometimes, but what I fall back on is all things work together, that he has everything planned, even during those tragedies, even during those times of confusion. If you're struggling right now with God, he understands. He can handle that. But don't ever forget the fact that ultimately his purpose is for your good. And that eventually you may not see it. You may not like it the way it is. But eventually things are going to work out. And as you look in the rearview mirror of life, you realize, hey, God was there. He saw me through. I've got nothing to worry about. Hey, thanks for listening. Have a great day, friends.